Hello and welcome to Nelson All Over Cards. My name is Nelson and today we're talking about something that I get asked a lot. We're going to be talking about the accessories that I use for all of the card game plays. We're going to go through them, talk about them, but this video is also kind of in a written form. That link is going to be down below. So if that's easier for you to consume this content, that is there for you. I'm also posting a lot of links to buy, links to find and buy all of the stuff that I'm talking about in the video. Some of those links are affiliate, so there's no extra cost to you, but if you use those, it will financially help support the channel. Just want to be completely transparent about that. Let's dive in. Probably my most asked question is, what sleeves do I use? I use Dragon Shield clear matte sleeves for all of my games. Very, very high quality. You are paying a premium for them though. I think I usually buy them at conventions and it's like $80 to $90 for a set of 10 boxes, which each come with 100 sleeves. So they range about $100 for a box. It's not cheap, but I think it is worth it because I handle these cards so frequently and how long they hold up is pretty significant. I probably re-sleeved the standard encounter set, which is the one that's used in every single game of Marvel Champions, only like once or twice. I have well over 1,000 games at this point. So they last a long time. I highly, highly, highly recommend the Dragon Shield Clear Matte. I've also used the Game Genic sleeves, and I would recommend those for a high quality option that comes in at like a little bit more of an affordable price point. So those are my two recommendations. I use Dragon Shield. I also would recommend the Game Genic matte sleeves there. Let's talk about my tokens, because I love tokens. I think tokens are a lot of fun. All the main tokens I use for Marvel Champions, Lord of the Rings, and Arkham are from Buy the Same Token. This is a website, a company that makes aftermarket tokens, and they're really, really awesome. This includes like the city and hero stands for Marvel Champions, and those investigator stands for Arkham Horror. That's all the same that's all the same company. They work really well together. The components fit into those stands, into those investigator boards really, really well. Kind of in a whole ecosystem that you're working with. Really, really enjoy the Buy the Same Token stuff. Probably my favorite token of theirs, honestly, is the Ready Exhaust token for Marvel Champions, especially when I'm working with like a very limited real estate on stream. Camera can only capture so much. Like it feels like a weird weird thing to be happy about, but instead of rotating those cards 90 degrees, flipping those tokens saves a lot of space, and I play with them even when I am not streaming. I've just gotten so used to them. Those are probably my favorite tokens. I really, really do enjoy those Ready Exhaust tokens. The playmats that I use, so I have 3 main playmats, one for each of the games. The Champions one that I have, the one with like Captain America going, is a custom print. I found it on a file on BGG, and then I used a website called Your Playmat to have it custom printed. Again, all of these links are in that document down below, so you can follow easily to find the file and where I went to get it printed. But that's what I use for Champions. The Lord of the Rings one I got from Roland Mats on Etsy, as well as the Arkham Horror I grabbed from them as well. These are huge mats, like they're absurdly large mats. They're probably 3 foot by 3 foot mats, and you're not seeing nearly. You're probably seeing a little bit over half of it on the stream, but they are really large mats. But they do come in multiple different sizes from that seller. And so you can check out that link and find the right one that works for you. I personally don't like the ones that come with specific card slots. So I think every single one of these mats that I use has a version where they come with specific card slots where like your hand slot goes here, your investigator goes here. I like the flexibility of being able to move the cards and accommodate any sort of game that I want, because there are going to be games where maybe you're allowed to have multiple hand slots because you're running a specific upgrade. And so just going without the slotless mats, I feel like is the right call, just because now I can play two-handed. I can play multiple. So it just kind of works out. The flexibility, I think, is worth foregoing those spatial spots. So for the binder, box storage, how do I store my Marvel Champions, all of this stuff. I have a whole video that Baby Nelson right there did a few years ago about a Marvel Champions storage solution. I still use the box binder hybrid solution that I laid out in that video, and I've adopted it for both Lord of the Rings and Arkham Horror as well. the too long didn't watch of that video is I used these big white boxes that store all the cards, and then I put one copy of every single card in a binder. The collection has grown since that video, and now I have all my heroes from Marvel Champions in one box, while the second box is like the aspect cards, mod sets, and villains. For Lord of the Rings and Arkham, I've also split into multiple boxes. Lord of the Rings, I currently have like the saga, the current quest, or the current cycle that I'm on, and then all my aspect cards. And then in the other box is kind of all the other cycles that I use. And then for Arkham, I actually use the return to boxes for Arkham to store the cycles, and then throw all the other stuff in the big white box. The main change from when I filmed that video is I've recently switched out my binder sheets to like a side-loading sheet, which can fit sleeved cards, which has been super amazing. Help clean, it cuts down cleanup time a good deal. I used to unsleeve every single card that went into the binder, re-sleeve it when I took it out. Now that it fits the sleeve cards, I can slide it right in there, and highly recommend those side-loading sleeves. These are all my components that I use on a normal basis. If you're curious about anything else, please feel free to ask questions in the comments. And if you're curious about like the stream setup, how I do videos, how I do the top-down stuff, I have a whole video, I'm gonna link it right here, that talks and goes very deep in, or maybe not very deep, but pretty deep into kind of the stream setup, and so you can maybe find answers there, but always just feel free to ask questions. I appreciate you hanging out. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and I will see you around. Peace.